Senators Cornyn and Thom Tillis formally announced their support for Todd Blanche's nomination for Attorney General today. This comes after an agreement was reached to end the controversial anti-weaponization fund. Now, the program would have allowed people who claimed that they were victims of weaponization by the federal government to seek compensation. The fund sparked swift pushback from Congress, who were concerned that people convicted for assaulting law enforcement during the January 6th Capitol assault could collect taxpayer-funded payments. Now, both Tillis and Cornyn threatened to block Blanche's nomination to become the Attorney General over concerns about that fund. Today, Cornyn said he's satisfied with the agreement blocking the fund from moving forward.
Todd Blanche did what we asked him to do. It binds not only him, but also the Department of Justice as a whole. And so I think that satisfies my demands, and we're ready to proceed with the markup tomorrow.
All right, let's bring in Rupa Bhattacharyya, the legal director at the Institute for Constitutional Advocacy and Protection at Georgetown University Law School. Rupa, thank you for being with us. What does this mean for the future of the anti-weaponization fund? Could it be revived potentially at a later date?
So it seems to me that it could be. So first of all, it's entirely unclear what impact the acting attorney general's statement has on the settlement agreement, of which the fund was a significant term. He doesn't have the right under that settlement agreement to modify its terms unilaterally, and he purports to have done so here. And so we may see an enforcement action. It's unlikely that a court would enforce the settlement agreement to require the department to create the fund, but it could nonetheless, for example, find that the settlement agreement is void, or the department could settle the next lawsuit involving enforcement of the settlement agreement in some way that might revive the fund. More importantly, what Acting Attorney General Blanche created in the first place and then rescinded can also be rescinded again. And so it's just not clear what permanent effect this sort of an order will have.
Yeah, I'm curious, if this thing keeps getting punted down the road, what other legal options would Congress have if the Trump administration tries to reignite the fund? Are they running out of time?
So I don't know that I think they're running out of time, but I do think that the focus on the fund is a little bit of a red herring. If what the senators are concerned about is that January 6th defendants who assaulted law enforcement officers at the Capitol are going to get payouts from the federal government, that the Department of Justice does not need the anti-weaponization fund in order to do that. Hundreds of those defendants have filed claims under the Federal Tort Claims Act, and those claims can be settled out of the judgment fund without any need for the anti-weaponization fund.
Interesting. Rupa, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.